Good morning, children.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Is it raining over there, children?
No.
No. It was raining no earlier. Last 2 days.
Yes, ma'am.
I think situations are better now. Anyways, children, your exams are going to start day after tomorrow. 20th, your exams will start, and keep your OMR sheets ready and prepare well. Actually, you got so much time for preparing. We thought of giving you all the chapters in the first term. That is why study holidays were also more. In between, we had kept study holidays, but now portions are reduced. But make advantage of that. Take advantage of that, and don't depend on Google or some other internet sites. Learn well and write the exam because you have enough time. This will make your work easy towards the end. Actually, more than what you deserve, that much time you have got. Please make use of it. Okay, let's begin with today's portion. All the chapters test paper we had taken. If you have any doubts regarding any of the topics or any questions you need to clarify, you can ask me. You can ask in the group or in the personally. You can message. Now, shall I continue with cell cycle? Yes. And children, don't make me say this always. Please turn your videos on. Okay, we were learning about cell cycle, the different phases in cell cycle, and hope you are remembering the different stages. What is meant by G0 phase, children? Meherin, can you say what is meant by G0 phase or quiescent phase?
It is an inactive stage in which the cells do not divide further.
So some of the cells will enter this particular stage, and these are the cells which are not dividing. They don't divide further. So there they'll be metabolically very active, but division will not take place until required. And then we also learned about S phase. What is the speciality of S phase? Mary Angelina, what is the most important step or process taking place during S phase or synthesis phase? Mary? Shabari?
The amount of genetic material doubles during this.
Doubles, or the replication of DNA takes place during synthesis phase. And last class I had told you there are two main types of cell division. One is mitosis and the other one is meiosis. And if you take the case of human beings, in all our body cells, so normally in body cells, whether it is human beings or other organisms, generally in our body cells, mitotic division takes place, and in the reproductive cells, for the formation of gametes, meiosis takes place. And when mitosis is taking place, the newly formed cells will have the same chromosome number as that of the mother cell. Suppose the mother cell, which is undergoing division, has got 46 chromosomes. The daughter cells formed also will have 46 chromosomes each. But in meiosis, if the cell undergoing division is having 46 chromosomes, the daughter cells formed will have only 23 each, and normally meiosis takes place for the formation of gametes. And it is important that the number of chromosomes in gametes get reduced, because upon fertilization, upon fusion of male and female gametes, the normal chromosome number can be retained. So we'll be beginning with the first type of division, that is mitosis. Mitosis. Mitosis or M phase, it is divided into 4 stages. Children, if you are not thorough with all these stages, there can be confusion. So listen carefully, the 4 phases, because the same phases are getting repeated in meiosis also. Prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. Prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. In the same order, you should learn it so that you will not make any mistakes. I told you, I don't know whether I told you to remember this as PMAT. It is divided into 4 stages: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and finally telophase. So if you learn these names in order, it will be easy to remember the stages taking place or the different steps taking place in each of these stages: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. Remember, it is PMAT. Anyhow, you can make your own codes. Prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. Now we will learn about each of these stages. This stage or the M phase follows G2 and S phases of interphase. So you know that in the interphase, it is subdivided into different phases. So after the G2 and S phase, this stage or the M phase will start, and it is the longest phase. To be specific, I'm saying about the prophase stage. So the prophase is the first phase. Prophase is the first phase of mitosis, and this will follow the G2 and S phase of interphase. And when compared to all the other phases, prophase, then metaphase, anaphase, telophase, out of these 4, this is the longest phase in mitosis. Chromosome material condenses and untangles. And children, you know that when a cell is not dividing, when a cell is not undergoing division, the nuclear material or the genetic material will be in the form of chromatin threads. They look like a coiled network of thread-like structures. But when the cell is about to divide, this chromatin material will change into what you call as chromosomes. And chromatin material undergoes condensation. And I told it is like an entangled mass. It starts to untangle and it will condense. It will become short and thick. Chromosome material condenses and untangles. And chromosomes are made up of 2 chromatids. So each chromosome is having 2 chromatid, one chromatid, the other chromatid, and both of them are held together at the region of centromere. So chromosomes are made up of 2 chromatids and they are held together at the region of centromere. Centriole, duplicated during S phase, starts moving towards the opposite pole. So you already learned about centriole. Centrioles present inside centrosome. In the synthesis phase, centriole also duplicates. We learned it. And these centrioles, the function we already learned, they produce spindle fibers at the time of cell division for the alignment of chromosomes. So during prophase stage, the centriole which has already got duplicated, now we have 2. So they will be moving towards both the poles. Mitotic spindle starts assembling and microtubules appear. So they develop, so arising from the centriole. Arising from the centriole now, the spindle fibers or the microtubules will be formed for the alignment of chromosomes. Once again, okay, one more point is there. The different cell organelles will start to disappear. Golgi complex, endoplasmic reticulum, then the nucleolus, the spherical bodies present inside the nucleus, then nuclear envelope, all these will start to disappear as we proceed towards the late stage of or the last phase of prophase. As we are proceeding towards the end of prophase, all these changes will get completed. The organelles, the major organelles will disappear, nucleolus, nuclear membrane, all that will be disappearing. This will reappear now only towards the telophase. So once again, we will see what are the major changes taking place in the prophase. As I told you, this is the longest phase. And this will be following G2 and S phase of interphase. And one of the prominent change taking place is the condensation and untangling of the chromosome or chromatin material. The chromatin material condenses and untangles to form chromosomes. And chromosomes are made up of two chromatids. And these chromatids are held together at the region of centromere. So this is the chromatin material which will condense, untangle and form chromosomes. Each chromosome will be made up of two chromatids and they are held together at the region of centromere. Then the next change taking place is the movement of centrioles to the opposite poles, because it is from these centrioles that the spindle fibers will be produced, and you can see the spindle fiber being formed. They'll be produced from the centriole, or the microtubules will appear for the alignment of these chromosomes. And Golgi complex, endoplasmic reticulum, nucleolus and nuclear membrane disappears. These are some of the changes, major changes taking place in the prophase stage. I'll repeat once again. This stage follows the G2 and S phases of interphase. And the most important change taking place is the condensation and untangling of the chromatin material. And they transform or they change into short and thick chromosomes. Each chromosome has got two chromatids. And these chromatids are held together at the region of centromere. We learned about centromere in the last chapter. And then what else takes place? The centriole, which is already duplicated during the S phase, they'll be moving towards the opposite poles for the formation of mitotic spindle and microtubules. And structures like Golgi complex, endoplasmic reticulum, nucleoli, and nuclear envelope, all that will disappear as the cell proceeds towards the later part of this prophase. Now the next phase is metaphase. Prophase is the first stage. Metaphase. So always remember, metaphase is middle. M for middle, M for metaphase. And I'll tell you why I told you to relate middle with metaphase. It's not the word meaning, but I'll tell you why you were asked to do so. Chromosomes, already condensation has started in the prophase. Here condensation gets completed. Sister chromatids are held together by the centromere, and sister and non-sister chromatids. See, if this is a chromosome, okay, just assume that this is a two chromosomes. So these two are sister chromatids belonging to the same chromosome. Whereas this and this, the chromatid of chromosome 1 and chromatid of chromosome 2, then you can call it as non-sister chromatids. Chromatids belonging to different chromosome, they are non-sister chromatids. And those belonging to the same chromosome, sister chromatids. Sister chromatids are held together by the centromere. Small disc-shaped structures. So here also you can see that small disc-shaped structures arising on the surface or at the surface or on the sides of the centromeres. You call it as kinetochores, and these kinetochores are helping the chromosome or the chromatid to get attached to the spindle fibers. Small disc-shaped structures called kinetochores appear at the surface of the centromeres. And they are the sites of attachment of the spindle fibers to the chromosomes. And here, as you can see in the picture, the chromosomes will be aligned at the equatorial region. The chromosomes. So this was the condition earlier. Okay. And this was the condition, but in metaphase, you can see the chromosomes getting aligned at the equatorial line or at the equator, with each sister chromatid attached to the spindle fiber of its respective poles with the help of kinetochore. And earlier, that is in prophase, this was not the condition. So they were not arranged at the equatorial line. So I told you to relate metaphase to middle because they are arranged in the middle or the equator, so that you can easily understand. Suppose if this figure is given and you are asked to identify the stage, seeing the alignment of chromosomes in the middle or the equator, you can easily make out it is metaphase. That is why I told you to remember the term middle with metaphase. So here the chromosomes are aligned at the equatorial region. And how they are getting aligned at the equatorial line, how can they get arranged over here? That is clear from the figure. These kinetochores are present and the spindle fibers from the centrioles are getting attached to the chromosomes with the help of these spindle fibers. So that is how it is, because of the kinetochores and the spindle fibers, the chromosomes can get aligned like this. And each sister chromatid, if you check, you can find that, see, this sister chromatid, the kinetochore is attaching it with the spindle fiber coming from this pole. And for this sister chromatid, you can see the spindle fiber is coming from the other pole. Same is applicable to all the chromatids or all the chromosomes. So chromosomes lie at the equator with each sister chromatid attached to the spindle fibers of the respective poles with the help of the kinetochore. So the sister chromatids are aligning at the equatorial line with the help of the spindle fibers arising from the respective poles. So here you can see from one pole, two chromatids. Each chromosome is having two chromatids, two sister chromatids, and one chromatid will be attaching to the spindle fiber coming from this pole. The other chromatid will be attached to the spindle fiber coming from the other pole. As I said, this is applicable for all the chromosomes. The plane of alignment of chromosomes at the metaphase is known as metaphase plate. This is known as metaphase plate. The plane of alignment of chromosomes at metaphase, you call it as metaphase. So what you need to remember is that in a metaphase, the most important point which will help you to identify the stage from the pictures or diagrams, that the chromosomes will be getting aligned at the equatorial line. And how they can get aligned at the equatorial line? That is with the help of spindle fibers. How the spindle fibers can get attached to the chromosomes? Because the chromosomes are having some special disc-shaped structures known as kinetochores. Where? At the surface of the centromere. And what is the role of centromere? Centromere will keep both the sister chromatids of a particular chromosome together. Each chromosome is having two sister chromatids and they are held together with the help of centromere. On the surface of these centromeres, you can see two kinetochores. And it is with the help of these kinetochores that the micro tubules or the spindle fibers are getting attached to the chromosomes, which will help in aligning the chromosomes at the equatorial line. So once again, I will repeat the points. Chromosomes condensation is completed. It has already started in prophase, but here the condensation is completed and the sister chromatids are held together by the centromere and kinetochores are present at the surface of the centromeres, and the function of kinetochores, they are the sites of attachment of the spindle fibers to the chromosomes. And what is the most important feature of this stage? The chromosomes can be seen lying at the equatorial line. How? With the each sister chromatid attached to the spindle fiber arising from its respective poles. And what is meant by metaphase plate? The plane of alignment of chromosomes at the metaphase is known as metaphase plate. Any doubts, children? Do you have any doubts? Have you understood those two stages? We have two more stages, but before we proceed, let me check whether you have understood the first two stages. Who will tell me about? Yes,
Ma'am, that that's a fiber which connects the poles, and that connecting line is called kinetochores or spindle
No.
fiber.
Huh. Last chapter we had learned it. So kinetochores are some disc-shaped structures. I'll show you. See. This is spindle fiber. Okay, spindle fibers, centriole. Then this part, this is kinetochore. Okay, that is kinetochore. In the previous chapter we have learned, here you can see, this is kinetochore. Okay, unless this is kinetochore.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So you can quickly summarize the two phases. You know that there are four major stages: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. What all points we discussed under prophase? Tushar, tell me any one point under prophase. Unmute, Tushar. Unmute.
It follows G2 and S phase of interface.
Very good. Anashwara,
It is the longest phase.
longest phase. Angelina,
Ma'am, chromosome material condenses and untangles.
untangles. Alantina,
Chromosomes have two chromatids attached by centromere.
louder.
Chromosomes of two sister chromatids are attached.
Held together the region of centromere. Emmeline,
Centrioles duplicate during the S phase, and they move towards the opposite.
okay, they have already duplicated in the S phase, but now in the prophase they will move to the opposite poles. Tom,
Mitotic spindles are assembled and
microtubules appear then. Last, Lakshmi,
Golgi complex and this endoplasmic reticulum nucleus will disappear.
nucleus will disappear, nucleolus, and also
Nucleus envelope.
nuclear envelope or nuclear membrane will disappear. And then the next stage is metaphase. Analysts,
Chromosomes contents.
completion of condensation of chromosomes. Then Buddha,
Sister chromatids are held together by centromere.
can you repeat once again?
Sister chromatids are held together by
Sister chromatids are held together in the region of centromere. Alan,
fold-shaped substance called cyanocote appears at the surface of centromere.
at the surface of the centromere, you can find some specialized disc-shaped structures known as kinetochores. What is their function? What function do they perform, Malavika? What is the function of kinetochores? Malavika, Vibin.
Ma'am, they serve as sites of attachment.
Of? For what? Attached
Spindle fibers
to
to chromosome.
chromosomes. Next point, what did we learn after that? Most important point about this stage, Rose. Sanjana?
Chromosomes lie at the equator with each sister chromatid attached to the spindle fibers with the help of kinetochores.
Spindle fibers from the respective poles. That is the most important point. Metaphase, middle. The chromosome, middle means here the equatorial line. So they will get aligned at the equatorial region. And what do you call this phase of alignment of chromosomes at metaphase? Devika?
Metaphase.
Metaphase plate. And children, the next phase is anaphase. So here, metaphase, I told you to remember middle. Anaphase, you can remember the term away. A for away, A for anaphase. Because here the chromosomes are moving away. They'll be moving towards the opposite poles. So they were aligned in the equatorial region, but now you can see them moving towards the opposite poles. They are moving away from the equatorial region. Centromere splits. You know that it is the centromere that keeps the chromosomes or the chromatids together. So it is the centromere that is keeping the sister chromatids together. But in anaphase, what will happen? In anaphase, the centromere will split and these chromatids will get separated. So the chromatids will get separated. So this will be by the splitting of the centromere, the sister chromatids. So earlier I told you each chromosome will be having two sister chromatids held together at the region of centromere. They were lying at the equatorial plane. So in the previous figure, so here you saw that they were lying at the equatorial plane. Now they will not remain there for a long time. Now what happens is the centromere present. The centromere present will be splitting because it is the centromere that keeps them together. So they will be splitting. They'll be splitting at the centromere, and as a result, what will happen? The sister chromatids will get separated. And once the sister chromatids are separated, they will be moving towards the opposite poles. The centromere and the sister chromatids. The centromere splits, and as a result, the sister chromatids will separate. The daughter chromatids means these are the chromosomes of the future daughter nuclei. So these, what has split? This will become the daughter nuclei, or this will be present in the chromosome, or this will be present in the nucleus of the daughter cell. So they will be these chromatids which have already got separated. They will move towards the opposite poles. And you can see the speciality when they move. How are they moving? With the centromere facing towards the poles. The centromere will be, see this set. So this set, so they are separating and they are forming two teams. So this team, you can see there, centromere is facing towards the poles. Similarly, the other batch is also moving with the centromere facing towards the poles. So that is important, and their arms will be trailing behind. As you can see, this is the pole, arms are trailing behind, and this is the centromere. Centromere with the arms trailing behind. Once again, I'll repeat the points. In anaphase, centromere will split. When centromere splits, sister chromatids will separate. Once they have got separated, they will be moving towards the opposite poles. And how do they move to the opposite poles? In a peculiar direction, with their centromere facing the poles and the arms trailing behind. The arms will be behind, but the centromere will be pointing towards the poles. So they were lying together at the equatorial plane. But in anaphase, I told you to remember away. Moving away is taking place in the anaphase stage. Here, the centromere will split, sister chromatids will get separated, and they will be moving towards the opposite poles. And how do they move? With the centromere facing the poles. See, the centromere is facing the poles and the arms are trailing behind. And finally, the telophase. That is the last stage. Telophase is the last stage. Chromosomes, already they have started moving. In anaphase, I told you they have started moving. They'll be moving towards the opposite poles. And in telophase, they will reach the poles. And now what happens? In the prophase stage, I told you the condensation of the chromosomes started. Now the processes are getting reversed again. Now chromosomes will start to decondense and they will lose their individuality. Again, they will go back to that chromatin stage, like an entangled mass of threads. It will again restore that stage. Prophase, the chromosomes start condensing. That was the first stage. As we move towards the last stage, what is happening? It is going to decondense and it will lose its individuality. We cannot make out individual chromosomes. Instead, it will remain as a coiled mass of thread. Chromatin material, it again changes into chromatin material and they will form a mass at the opposite poles. Now what happens? In the prophase stage, some of the organelles and structures had disappeared. They all will reappear now. Nuclear envelope reappears and the chromosome, because once the chromatin material is formed, surrounding that, the nuclear envelope will be formed. Nucleolus, endoplasmic reticulum and Golgi apparatus will reappear. Once again, in telophase, T for terminal, last stage. So here, chromatids will reach the poles. It has already started moving in the anaphase, and once it reaches the telophase, the chromatids will reach the opposite poles. They have, I told you, they were lying at the equatorial line, and then they got divided and formed two teams. And each team will be reaching the opposite poles. And once it has reached the poles, the chromosomes will decondense and they will again change into chromatin material. And now the nuclear envelope reappears. Nucleoli, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, all that will start to reappear. Once again, I'll quickly show you the two slides once again. In anaphase, the centromere splits, which will separate the sister chromatids and they'll be moving towards the opposite poles. The two groups of sister chromatids will move to the opposite poles. And how do they move? With the centromere pointing towards the poles and the arms trailing behind. And then finally in the telophase, they will reach the poles. Once they have reached the poles, they will decondense. Again, they will go back to the coiled stage. Then you call it as chromatin material. And surrounding the chromatin material, nuclear envelope will be formed. And all those structures which started to disappear in the prophase stage will reappear here. Nucleolus, endoplasmic reticulum, and Golgi apparatus will reappear. Okay, children? Any doubt? Do you have any doubt? Quickly summarize what we said. Aditya Dev, tell me about anaphase.
Centromere split and sister chromatids separate.
Separate. And now what happens? Emilyn, what happens to the sister chromatids once they have got split?
They move towards the
opposite poles. Then what happens? Meherin?
As they move towards centromere, the chromosomes lie towards the poles with the arms trailing behind.
Okay. Then telophase, Anashwara? Telophase.
Ma'am, the chromosomes reach their opposite poles.
And what happens to these chromosomes at that time? They'll start to, Anashwara?
Ma'am, they start to decompose.
Not decompose, decondense. Means earlier it has got condensed. Now again decondensation means again going back to that coiled network. Then what else happens? Devika, Girish?
Chromatin material gets collected as a mass at the poles, and nuclear envelope develops around it.
The last part, Sarah? Last stage, last step.
Golgi complex and ER reform.
Golgi complex, endoplasmic reticulum, nucleolus, etc. will reappear. So thank you, children. All the best for your term 1 exam. Do well and score good marks. Be sincere, okay? Thank you.